6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister says the government is encouraging digital payments through policy measures to promote transparency. The Deputy Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister of Turkey in a telephonic conversation have expressed unwavering support for the Palestinian people and their just cause. The Information Minister says Pakistan is providing all possible diplomatic and legal support for the release of Dr. Afia Siddiqui. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Indian troops martyred 3 Kashmiri youth in a fake encounter in Srinagar district today. 63 more Palestinians have been martyred in the latest Israeli forces attacks on Gaza. Pakistan beat Puerto Rico 3-0 in the Boys Under-19 Volleyball World Championships round of 16 match in Tashkent today. And now the news in detail. The Prime Minister Mohammad Shahbaz Sharif has directed the provincial governments, including Gilgit-Baltistan and Azad Jammu and Kashmir, to fully cooperate with the federal government for digitalization and cashless economy. He was chairing a weekly review meeting on cashless and digital economy in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister said the federal government's digitalization transformation plan should be made more efficient with the cooperation of the provincial government and their institutions so that the goals can be achieved within the stipulated time. He also directed to make meaningful consultations with all the stakeholders a permanent part of this plan. The Prime Minister noted digitalization of the economy will help promote transparency, and its basic premise is to provide convenience to the public without additional costs. The Prime Minister said the government is encouraging digital payments and digital transfer of funds through policy measures. During the meeting, the Prime Minister was briefed on the progress regarding the digitalization of the economy. The meeting was also briefed that the National Digital Communication and Pakistan Digital Authority have been established and necessary rules have been made in this regard. It was informed that the process of appointing the chairperson and members of the Pakistan Digital Authority is in the final stages. The Deputy Prime Minister Mohammad Esagdar held a telephonic conversation with the Foreign Minister of Turkey, Hakan Fidan. The two leaders strongly condemned Israel's ongoing atrocities in Gaza and expressed grave concern over the deepening humanitarian catastrophe, including starvation, forced displacement, and loss of innocent lives. They underscored the urgency of unimpeded humanitarian aid, an immediate ceasefire, and united international efforts for a just and lasting comprehensive peace. Expressing unwavering support for the Palestinian people and their just cause, they expressed the hope for meaningful outcomes from the international conference on the implementation of the two-state solution being held today at the United Nations. The Minister for Power, Sardar Awais Ahmed Khan Laghari, has expressed a strong desire to enhance trade relations with Kyrgyzstan. Speaking on the occasion of Pakistan-Kyrgyzstan Intergovernmental Commission in Islamabad today, he said elevating bilateral trade to $100 million will require consistent and collaborative efforts across multiple sectors. Awais Ahmed Khan Laghari said revival of the Pakistan-Kyrgyzstan Joint Business Council, sustained business-to-business interactions, and early finalization of key memoranda of understanding on electronic data interchange between customs authorities were essential steps forward. The Minister for Power welcomed Kyrgyzstan's interest in Pakistan's mining sector, particularly in copper and gold exploration. The Minister for Information and Broadcasting, Ataullah Tarar, has said Pakistan is providing all possible diplomatic and legal support for the release of Dr. Afia Siddiqui. He made these remarks while speaking to the media at the launch of a book titled The Tiger of the Islamic World, honouring Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan in Islamabad today. The minister clarified that the Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar's comments regarding Dr. Afia Siddiqui case were taken out of context. He also noted that the sister of Dr. Afia Siddiqui, Dr. Fawzia Siddiqui, recently met the Prime Minister Mohammad Shehbaz Sharif. Ataullah Tarar further shared that a legal committee has been established under the leadership of the Minister for Law and Justice. The National Highway Authority has initiated swift road restoration operations in the northern areas following severe weather disruptions. In a statement, the Minister for Communications, Abdul Aleem Khan, said the National Highway Authority teams have cleared multiple obstruction points at the key highways, including the Mansehra Naran Jhalkot and Skardu Jaglot Road. Abdul Aleem Khan lauded the National Highway Authority's prompt response and emphasized that restoring safe mobility for the public remains the government's top priority. Meanwhile, the Federal Secretary Communications Ali Sher Mahsood said the National Highway Authority is committed to restoring all major highways at the earliest. He confirmed travel towards Kaghan and Naran has now resumed. This is Radio Pakistan giving you the news. After the failure of Operation Sindoor, India has once again initiated fake encounters under the guise of Operation Mahadev. According to security sources, this new covert military campaign has been launched to conceal the setbacks of Operation Sindoor. Under this nefarious plan, the Indian regime is preparing to use innocent Pakistanis illegally and forcibly detained in staged encounters, falsely portraying them as cross-border terrorists. The objective of Operation Mahadev is to suppress the growing freedom movement in the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir and restore the Modi government's waning political credibility. Security sources said India is attempting to present Operation Mahadev as a successful military initiative to erase the embarrassment of Operation Sindoor. It is worth noting that immediately following the Pahalgam false flag operation, the Indian Army began a series of staged encounters. In the Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the Indian troops martyred 3 Kashmiri youth in a fake encounter during a violent cordon search operation in Srinagar district today. According to Kashmir Media Service, the operation was jointly launched by the Indian Army, the police, and the Central Reserve Police Force in Dachigam area of the district, and it is ongoing in Lidwas, Dara, and adjoining areas. Locals in the area have condemned the Indian authorities' attempt to falsely link the martyred innocent youth to the Pahalgam attack. At least 63 more Palestinians have been martyred by Israeli forces in the besieged Gaza. The strikes occurred hours after the Israeli military announced a pause in attacks and the opening of designated aid corridors for 10 hours daily to allow international aid to pass through. According to Gaza's health ministry, 6 more Palestinians, including 2 children, have died from hunger-related causes in the past 24 hours, bringing the total number of starvation deaths to 133. Israel's war on Gaza has resulted in the martyrdom of over 59,800 Palestinians since October 7, 2023. And now volleyball. Pakistan beat Puerto Rico 3-0 in the boys under-19 volleyball World Championships round of 16 match in Tashkent, Uzbekistan today. Pakistan have successfully maintained their dominant and unbeaten run at the World Championship, winning their 4th consecutive match in straight sets with scores 25-20, 25-20 and 25-15 points. Pakistan will face Argentina at the same venue tomorrow. The match is scheduled to start at 11 a.m. Cricket. The first T20 international of the 3-match series between Pakistan and the West Indies will be played in Lauderhill, United States of America on Thursday. Pakistan team has arrived in the United States to play a 3-match T20 international series, which will be followed by a 3-match one-day series to be played in Trinidad and Tobago. And finally, the weather report. Mainly hot and humid weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain, wind and thunder showers is likely at isolated places in the Punjab, Pothohar region, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Northeast and Southeast Sindh, Gilgit-Baltistan and Kashmir. Isolated heavy falls are also likely during the forecast period. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.